After doing the work of learning how to connect your hands to the golf club to support its swinging in a much more natural and dynamic way, allowing the club to work for you rather than something you're trying to fight against. And then after learning the fundamentals of our setup and our posture that allows us to create a nice balanced rhythmic and rotational motion, we now need a drill that's going to help us unify the movements of our upper body and our lower body. Unifying and synchronizing our movements is going to allow us to begin to create a much more natural and effortless power in our golf swing, but also allow us to begin to collect the golf ball more consistently with each club in our bag and all the different slopes that we play the golf shots on the golf course. So why don't we take a look at the towel drill that will help us to unify and synchronize the golf swing. Using a towel to help you unify and synchronize your golf swing is a wonderful tool. It allows us to begin to get a feel for the way that our arms and our hands are going to work with our body's rotational motion while we create our backswing and then the change of direction into the downswing. The drill is going to require a small towel. And the towel you'll hold if you're a right-handed golfer and with your left hand on top of the towel and the right hand a little bit more underneath the towel. You'll wrap the towel with just the fingers, holding it lightly. The next step is to create a little bit of a stretch in the towel. And that stretch of the towel is going to be one of the unifying elements that we're going to begin to identify some of the sensations in the golf swing with. So when I create a little bit of that stretch and then I create my posture, the practice is to begin to pivot. I'm going to pivot into my backswing, feeling a nice stable pressure on the insteps of both feet, developing a sense of that unified pivoting motion. Putting a little stretch in the towel is a part of what begins to allow you to feel the natural dynamic tension that's going to run from your arms through your body all the way into the ground. You're going to create that feeling on the backswing and then change direction on the same track, reversing the motion, maintaining the unified connection and the pivot. There's no need to create a lateral shifting movement or an up and down movement. Just purely a nice pivoting motion, feeling the backswing and the change of the direction in the downswing. After doing that a few times, narrow your grip so the hands are just slightly apart. Still with the feeling of the stretch, we create our posture, begin to create that unified feeling in our backswing, and then we can imagine collecting the golf ball down here at the bottom. I would suggest practicing some variations, and the variations will include a posture where the arms are hanging more straight down underneath your shoulders, and then feeling the track that your arms and body move on to support the arms staying in that space, or the arms more out in front of you, and feeling how that's a different track. A more shallow around track when your arms are out in front of you, and a little steeper track when the arms are hanging down underneath you. And in many ways, that's going to mirror some of the sensations that we have when we're holding a driver versus a wedge. And so the towel drill is going to be a great drill not only to help unify your swing, but to give you some better feel for some of the setup positions that we have with the different clubs in our bag. Now that you've practiced the towel drill, bring the golf club back into your hands, create your grip, and now preset the golf club in a position that was similar to you holding the towel. And now you can slide your hands a little bit closer together, feeling both hands just off of the right leg if you're a right-handed golfer. You can even put a little bit of that tension you felt with the towel that was creating the stretch. That won't be necessary in the regular golf swing, but in terms of a drill, it will help remind you of the unified feeling that your body wants to pivot with into the backswing and into the change of direction, beginning to sense that track that you're moving your hands, arms, and body on. There's no need to use your hands to whip around the golf club. The golf swing is much quieter in the hands, and the quiet hands allow us to have a more unified feeling as our body pivots into our backswing, changes direction, and then swings through the golf ball.